Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. You know what? I am getting the best emails ever from people all around the world who have tips for saving money. And I love it. I tell you what, why make somebody else rich when you could save money, keep the extra, and invest it, therefore earning you more money? You will never have a more powerful employee than the money in your pocket. I'm telling you what, money will make money for you 24 hours a day. And you can start investing small. Remember, Acorns or Robinhood, or there's all kinds of apps out there. I don't work for any of those companies, and none of them sponsor me personally. But I just want to mention, my kids love Acorns. It works for them. Every time you spend a little bit of money, it rounds up your purchase to the closest dollar and invests that change into an investment account. Well, after a couple of years of doing that, you forget it's working in the background. And then you look at the account and you're like, holy moly, I have a few $1,000s in an investment account, and now you can utilize that money and turn over a more profitable business venture. There are definitely ways to utilize money in better ways to benefit our lives overall. You know, the first one was from Sue, and she talks about being able to save money on kitchen sponges. She said, I discovered that my kitchen sponges were only getting used around the edges. I first cut off the used edges to make new edges. Then I decided to cut the sponges into thirds when they are new. Much more efficient. Sue, that's a great idea. Here's a great one from Christine related to salad dressing. She says, if you're taking a salad for lunch, and you know me, I recommend you stop eating out. Go to the grocery store, buy food, prepare your meals, take them to work every day. You'll save hundreds of dollars a month not eating out. You'll save thousands of dollars in healthcare costs because your diet is better. And I'm telling you, the majority of diseases out there that humans suffer from are related to the industrialized diet that is created for us, which is necessary to feed so many people. You know, they can't do organic for everybody. They have to do it in small batches. So they do the majority of our food utilizing an industrialized process where they pack it full of sugar, salt, and all other kinds of chemical factors that realistically make it unhealthy for you and I. So do yourself a favor. You can begin to change your life by taking very small steps. One of the first small steps you could take is to start taking your lunch to work every day next week. Stop eating out. You know what? It'll trim your waistline and make you feel great. Cut back on the sugar too. If you can cut sugar out, I recommend you do. But you know what? Little steps, okay? Let's do little things now. Let's work up to big things as we're working together to create this fantastic life. So back to Christine. She says that if you're taking salad for lunch, pour the amount of dressing you will need into the bottom corner of a small plastic bag. Put a twist tie around the dressing and cut off the rest of the bag. When you are ready to eat, just snip off the corner and squeeze the dressing into your salad. And you know, it's a fantastic idea. I'd recommend using the bag twice. There's two corners down at the bottom. You should be able to utilize a plastic bag twice. Save the environment a little bit there. But what a fantastic idea for being able to take our own food and, you know, have the types of dressings that we want. Maybe you like a no-fat dressing, or maybe you like a sugar-free dressing, whatever it might be. You can then bring what accompanies your diet and makes it pleasurable for you to eat your own brought lunch instead of needing to go out and spend the money and waste money at a restaurant. I'm going to tell you the business model for a restaurant, and it's the truth, and anybody who says different is not telling the truth. Restaurants are there to make a profit. If they're not making a profit, they will not be there very long, right? They have to make money. So in order for a restaurant to make a profit, they have to source goods at the cheapest price they possibly can. They then have to sell it to you for the highest cost that they possibly can. So when you buy goods for the cheapest price, Quality can be impacted. There are several factors that can be impacted as they create the food utilizing substandard ingredients in order to make it more delicious so that you'll pay more money for it, you'll come back more often, and you'll eat more. That's the deal. Food is a for-profit business. It's not a for-your-health business. You need to make a decision for yourself that you want to be healthier, and then you need to make choices for you to get healthier food into your stomach. Eat to feed yourself, not to fill your stomach. Think of it that way. And I know that's kind of getting off track here, but you know, I just care so much about you. I just wanted to share a little extra. Let's talk about something with Michael here about mini-sized portions. Michael says that his toddlers eat only small portions of a box of macaroni and cheese. And the leftover mac and cheese is never a hit, and the individual packs are too pricey for Michael to afford. So instead, he buys the boxes when they are on sale. He opens every single box up and stores the cheese powder and noodles in separate jars. Then, when his children want some macaroni and cheese, he can prepare individual servings as needed. It looks like he uses 1/3 cup of dry noodles and 1 heaping tablespoon each of cheese powder, butter, and milk. And I recommend grass-fed butter, okay? It's got a lot of good things in it for you and your kids. The next one comes from Amy, and she's talking about getting rid of mineral rings in the toilet. She says you could put some warm water in the toilet bowl and add 1 or 2 denture tablets. Check its progress in 30 minutes. The toilet, she states, will be sparkling clean. What a great way to save money. Those cleaners can cost a lot of money. A couple of denture tablets for a few dollars, and you got all the toilets in your house looking fantastic. I think it's a great idea. And then the next one comes from somebody who wanted to remain anonymous, but they're talking about closet door organizer, and they say they hang a shoe bag on the inside of their coat closet door near the front of their house. And in it, their family members store their gloves, scarves, sunglasses, and even the dog leash for a quick and organized morning departure. I love that. Keep everything in its place and a place for everything. I love it. What a great idea. And you know, it is small organizational tactics like this that remove some of the clutter from our lives and allow us to free our minds and more clearly think about the things that we need to throughout our day without worrying about stuff all over the living room, dirty shoes all over by the front door. You know, you see these things and your mind might have a problem with that. So it begins to work on that problem. I don't know, but you know, between you and me, I want my supercomputer working on success objectives and the objectives that I set for it, and not the everyday nuisance clutter that could easily be remedied by great ideas such as this. The next one is saving water, and this one's from Helen. Helen says, I save water by washing my car using the dew in the early morning. The condensation on my car plus the suds on my sponge do the trick. Only after the scrub down do I turn on the hose for a quick rinse. Hey, that's a great idea to save money. I love that. That's fantastic. And it also helps our planet to save water. So great job, Helen. Thanks for such a good idea. The next one is from Rachel, and it's a quick stain treatment. Rachel states that to get dark stains out of whites and light-colored clothing, she dips a Q-tip in hydrogen peroxide and applies it to the spot. She lets it work overnight, and it bleaches the stain without removing color. Now, I didn't know that. That's a fantastic idea. I cannot tell you how many shirts that have had to go because of a red wine stain or something crazy like that. So what a great idea, Rachel. Thanks for sharing that. You are the best. I'm going to give that a shot. The next one comes from Kathy, and it's about having a neat and tidy fridge. And Kathy says, excuse me, I just bought a new refrigerator and I didn't want the brand new shelves to get dirty. When I store a bottle that tends to get messy, I put a sheet of plastic wrap down as a shelf liner. It works beautifully, and because it clings to the shelf, it's easy to remove while the fridge stays neat and tidy. What a fantastic idea. I can see myself doing that in my fridge. I'm kind of messy at times. That's a fantastic idea, Kathy. Thank you so much. Cindy has a good idea about grocery totes. Now, she states that she has accumulated many cloth tote bags over the years from different seminars that she's attended or book clubs that she has joined. And instead of purchasing reusable cloth bags for groceries, she uses her tote bags instead. She states they are machine washable and they can save her money and the environment through the recycling of them. I think it's a great idea, Cindy. It's fantastic. Every time we go to an event or something, we always get a little tote bag. I think it's a great idea to reuse those to get groceries. And most grocery stores will allow you to bring your own bags in because they want you to reuse the paper bags if you can. But in like where we live here in Fort Collins, Colorado, they've outlawed the utilization of plastic bags. So no grocery stores or any stores here can use plastic bags because it's against the local law. So everybody's using paper bags to help save the environment. But what I do notice a lot of people doing is exactly what you're recommending. They'll either buy the tote bags at the grocery store or they'll save money by bringing their own bags. It's a great idea. Thank you for sharing it. You know, another great idea I have here is from Jean. And Jean states, several years ago, she bought a package of plastic clothespins to use in the kitchen. She bought colors that matched her decor. And she uses them for reclosing plastic bread bags, chip bags, sugar bags, and others. They even work in the freezer and crisper too. Fantastic, Jean. What a great idea. You know, I remember when I was growing up, my grandma actually used clothespins. They lived in the country. There is nothing like drying clothes out on the line. I tell you what, it made the jeans would always be really stiff, but they always smelled great. And I tell you, we didn't need fabric softener in the country because the fresh air just made all the clothes fantastic and smell great. It's amazing, but that's also a really, really good idea and a great utilization of those clothespins. So thank you so much, Jean, for sharing. Really appreciate it. The next one is from Tess. And Tess states that she saves money on expenses by putting dish soap, body wash, shampoo, and liquid soap of all kinds in pump containers. She finds that she can use much less soap for the same job done when it is in a dispenser. So now she buys soaps and body wash much less often. I think that's a great way to save money. You know, all you got to do is just put those soaps and everything you need into a dispenser, and then you're right. Yeah, when you pump, you usually do take less. That would actually save money. Tess, you've got the best ideas. That's so fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. And the last one is from Tony. And Tony states to avoid cleaning a roller pan when he paints, he'll slip it into a large plastic department store bag and pour the paint onto the bag over the pan. After painting, he just simply turns the bag inside out and discards it. You know, then he's left with a clean roller pan. I love that. So he's taking a plastic bag, putting the roller pan inside the bag, and then putting the paint on top of the bag. After he rolls and paints the room or does the work that he needs to do, he just takes the pan out of the plastic bag and throws the bag away. And what a great way to protect your roller pans. That's fantastic. And it'll save you a lot of time, and it costs virtually nothing, right? Because, like I said, locally we don't have those plastic bags anymore. But like you, I'm sure in our kitchen somewhere, we have a drawer that's just full of those plastic bags. We used to keep them for great ideas like this. So it's fantastic. Listen, There is no shame in saving money, and you don't need to keep up with the Joneses, all right? The wealthiest guy in the room, I've found, is very rarely the guy wearing an Armani suit, gold chains, or Rolex watch, and whatever else. I'm telling you right now, usually the wealthiest guy in the room is the guy who's thinking smartly, taking his money, making it work for him, working with a success strategy, setting goals in his life. And usually those are just guys that are wearing regular old t-shirts and jeans. You know why? They don't have to dress up. They don't have to impress you. Money's not new to them. They've had it for a long time, and they don't need to impress anybody. When you have enough money in the bank and you're wealthy, you don't need to show off for other people. Okay, and there is absolutely zero shame in saving money. Why make other people rich with the money you worked so hard to earn? You need to utilize that money to make you rich. You need to utilize that money to make your life better. That's what it's for. You've earned it. It's yours. Utilize it for things that make you happy and impact your life, so you can be better and have a better life, not only for yourself, but for the ones you love. And specifically, I'm speaking of your family. Love them, care for them, and hug them, okay? Because they love you and they're your biggest fans. And nobody in your life is more vested in your personal success than the ones who depend upon you. And you can do it, friends. I know you can. I care about you so much. I know we're going to have a great day today. Today's a day full of limitless possibilities. Let's take advantage, okay? Let's have a fantastic day. You're worth it. You are incredible. And there are things about you the world can't wait to see, but when they do, they're going to know the beauty that lies inside of you, because you're an amazing person. You're a human being. You have limitless possibilities and incredible self-worth. I'm going to be back tomorrow with some really great stuff. Don't forget that I care about you. And you know what? Use some of these tips to save some money. Calculate and keep track of the cost savings, and every time you save money, move that small portion of money over into a savings account or somewhere where it's not sitting in your checking account waiting to be spent on other things. Pretend as if you're just going to go ahead and spend full price, and then take the savings and set it aside for investments or things that can better your life, things that will help your life to grow and will financially benefit you. You can do it. You just have to decide to do it. It's as easy as that. It's not more difficult than that. And hey, look, if this handicapped guy can do it, anybody can, okay? I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. I'll be back tomorrow, friends.